Welcome to the Airbus A320 cockpit. Is it your first time in a cockpit environment?
Yeah, yes, I think so. Yes.
You haven't tried visiting the cockpit after a flight or something?
I know that you're so close. Yes.
Nice. Well, now you're actually going to get to operate the controls this time. So a quick briefing. We're going to be taking off of Manila Airport, where you're currently at. Do you recognize this terminal?
Yeah, Terminal 3. Was it or 2?
2. Yeah, Terminal 2. So I want you to check the fuel page over here.
Okay.
Press the fuel. And what number does this say?
2,300.
What this?
2,300.
Would you agree that they're balanced?
Yes.
All right. You can go ahead and
Is it
turn.
in metric tons?
Yes, metric tons.
All right.
So you can go ahead and turn on the seatbelt signs.
This one.
Seatbelts. This one.
Sorry.
Yeah, that one. Seatbelts.
Okay. Both of them.
The no smoking, regardless of whatever.
Sorry.
Regardless of whatever
Okay.
position
All right.
it's
So
on
that's the
them.
button.
Then you can turn on the fuel pumps as well.
On.
Yes. All. Every single one that says off like this,
Yeah.
press it.
Okay. So you have.
There you go.
Okay. So in the fuel pumps you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming on a boat, it's much simpler.
We call the engineers to set
Yeah.
up everything.
Actually,
Okay.
go ahead and release the park brake. Yeah.
Mhm.
Go ahead and set it off.
Off. Okay.
There you go. All right. All doors checked closed, brakes released, off blocks 2-5.
Roger, commencing push and clear start engines.
All right, okay. Told us that we're cleared to start our engines. We'll turn off the beacon lights.
Okay.
Now, a couple of things. Make sure that this is on, the APU bleed. I'll explain what that does in a minute.
Okay.
But I want you to twist this to ignition first.
Okay. Start.
All right, there you go. Now we wait for these crosses to disappear. Any more crosses?
No.
No? Now we can go ahead and start our engine number 2 first.
Number 2.
Yes, so go ahead and pull it back and set it to on. There you go.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. From the flight deck, this is your captain, Wilbert Montalvo speaking. Welcome aboard Sputnik Aviation flight number
902.
902 with non-stop service from Manila to Cebu. We expect to be taking off in 10 minutes. Today's flight is around 1 hour, cruising at an altitude of
It's going to be 31,000 feet.
31,000 feet, as we expect the weather en route to be fair. For now, sit back and relax and enjoy the flight. For everyone's safety, keep your seatbelts on and follow the instructions of your cabin. We'll talk to you again later once we start our arrival destination. Once again, good morning and welcome aboard. Cabin crew, please be seated for the takeoff.
First things first, let's do a couple of things. So I'm going to keep taxiing for now, but I want you to twist this to arc mode
Okay.
so that you can see ahead
All right.
of our flight plan. Then press this max button. Twist this to on. That's our transponder. I think ships
Yes.
have transponders as well. I'll go ahead and turn on the weather radar for you. Then lastly, press this button on the TO config. There you go. Nose gear steering.
All right.
Yeah.
So go to the left, yeah?
Yes, we're going to turn to the left. Keep following this line over here until we turn to the left. There you go. Also clear for takeoff. We'll also turn on our lights. Get everything ready.
Okay.
Alright, now you can start turning to the left. There you go. Now line us up on the center line over here.
Okay.
That means it's stable.
Yeah.
Now we can go ahead and push it all the way forward until we go to Toga.
Okay.
All the way. There you go. Now keep yourself on the center line using the rudder pedals.
Okay.
There you go. Just like that. Alright, good. So the flight directors, they don't just tell us which direction to go. They also tell us, basically, they also point us in a direction where our speed is also going to hit our target speed.
Okay.
So as you can see, our target speed right now is 322 knots.
Yeah.
Now we're descending. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and pull up and then bank to the right. So go ahead and bank to the right first. There you go. So that we proceed on a 180 heading. There you go. Then once it goes back to the center, there you go. You just center it just like that. Okay. So you finished the turn. Now go ahead and turn on autopilot over here.
Autopilot?
Yep.
Alright.
So it's just one simple button.
Okay.
Well, not really, because there's all these other modes as well.
Yeah.
So ATC instructed us to climb further to through 31,000. So go ahead and twist this knob
31,000.
until it says 31,000. There you go. And now I want you to push it as well.
Push it.
There you go.
So that's the enter.
Yes. Well, there's different modes to it, but basically with you pushing it, it allows us to climb more economically.
Okay.
Because it's
okay.
following whatever whatever our computer's computed for.
Alright.
Yeah. Talk about that blinking thing on our screen over
Yes.
there. It says QNH. By the way, you can also zoom this out so you can see better on your navigational display. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So this QNH over here, that basically represents our altimeter setting,
Alright.
because our altimeters, they rely on air pressure around the
Yes.
world. So let's say I switch this to like 963.
Okay.
Say there's a typhoon
Yes.
where we departed.
Mm-hmm.
So of course there's going to be a discrepancy. So above a certain altitude, in the Philippines it's 11,000 feet. Above a certain altitude, we're supposed to set our QNH to standard.
Standard. Alright.
So now mine is no longer blinking, as you can see.
Alright.
So on your side, go ahead and set your altimeter as well to standard by pulling.
By pulling, just pulling.
Yes. There you go. And now the message is no longer here
Yep.
because it said there was a discrepancy.
Ah, alright. So you have to manually adjust
Then-
the
Yeah, we're basically on the same altimeter setting as everyone else.
It's banging. Then okay. But it's
Yeah, that's because we're on autopilot. And it's following, right now it's following this path over here. By the way, yeah, seatbelts are already off.
Yes.
And at this point, we're basically now in the, or we're still climbing, but
Mm-hmm.
kind of in the cruise phase. Right. So now, what the pilots have to do at this point is just monitor the various systems and whatnot.
Okay.
Check if their flight path is good, check if their readings of their instruments are good, because these are two separate systems.
Visitors. Alright.
Yeah. So that's why, for example, the altimeter, if I set it to QNH, back to QNH,
You have that.
yeah,
Good
yours,
morning, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck. This is your Captain Wilbert Montalvo speaking about Sputnik Aviation flight number 902. We are 15 minutes to landing as we start descent for the on-time arrival into Cebu, where the weather is expected to be good. Whether your travels may take you, we'd like to thank you for choosing Sputnik Aviation today on your flight to Cebu. Again, to everyone's safety, follow the cabin sign and instructions of the cabin crew. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight. We hope to see you again on board your future flights here in Sputnik Aviation. And thank you. Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
all right. Okay, we're cleared to land.
Okay.
So as you do that, as you keep flying the aircraft, I'll keep configuring the aircraft flaps over here. And also, we are cleared to land. All right, 2 techniques that we're mainly concerned with.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do a flare, and we're also going to do a chop. So
Okay.
a flare is a very slight pull on the stick so that we don't slam on the runway.
Okay.
And we don't keep pulling because we're going to climb if
Yeah.
we kept pulling, okay? So you pull and then you just keep it centered, okay?
Okay. You pull and
Yeah. And then for the chop, that's when you just pull the thrust levers back
Okay.
so that we sink down to the ground.
all right.
All right, okay, good. All right, you're approaching the aircraft quite nicely. That's very good.
100 above,
Now, 100 above.
500. Minimum,
That minimum call is what we put on the barrel.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And you can see the runway, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that means we can continue. Good.
300.
All right. You can put your left hand on the thrust levers as well.
200.
So pull back very slightly, because we're a little bit too low.
100.
The lever?
The stick. The stick.
Okay.
50.
Okay.
40.
Now flare,
There.
30.
flare, and then chop.
20. Retard.
Okay. Now stop flaring.
Okay.
Let the aircraft sink down to the ground.
All right.
5.
There you go. All right. Spoilers, and then pull this up. Keep ourselves on the center line. Over here.
Maxim.
Spoilers, reverse green, decel. All right. You just landed. All right.
Squeak.
Okay, 17 knots.
Shit.
All right, set the thrust levers back to 0.
First lever.
Park over there next to the terminal. Para meron tayong jet bridge, hindi yung stairs.
Okay. So this is
Alright.
the plane is just being pushed by the engines, yeah.
Yes, so the wheels are freewheeling.
Freewheeling.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and park on this side over here. So you see this line? Just follow
Okay.
this yellow line. There you go. And slow down. Let's slow down just a smidge. There you go. You step with your toes. Okay. And then when I tell you to stop, go ahead and just step all the way, okay? And stop. There we go.
Usually you have a guy in there, yeah.
Yeah, but right now Marshaller is absent for some
Okay.
reason. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Now set the parking brake to on. We can release the brakes on this side. And now APU is avail. Now that means we can turn on the APU bleed, so we have air conditioning on the aircraft. And then we can now turn off the engines one by one.
One by one.
All right. Now turn off the seatbelt signs over here.
Okay.
We turn off the fuel pumps. So we start on 1 and 2.
Okay, now it's on full.
Yeah, you can press it. It faulted a little bit because we turned off the engines.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
So just show
Yeah.
switch
2
off
and
it.
1. Yeah. 2, 1. Then pump 2 and pump 1. Then 2 and 1. There you go. We wait for the sleds to disarm. Okay, it's disarmed. These are the overwings, and it's permanently armed, the slides. And then we're below 10% N1. We can turn off the beacon light.
Okay.
And that concludes our flight to Cebu.
Oh,
All right.
that was quick.